Hello, my name is Sun Sandrine Law. I'm in foundation class. I'm a teaching foundation class at the International School of Applied Sciences. I have been here for 11 years, so I've been a teacher for exactly 11 years now. And I teach the foundation class as commonly known as Nursery 2 at the normal Cameroonian system. So it begins.
Hello everyone. I'm here to play the Never Have I Ever game teacher's version. My name is Miss Bernadette. I am a preschool teacher, Dewey International School of Applied Sciences, Douala, Cameroon.
Hello, my name is Sudip Ugene, and I work in Dewey International School of Applied Sciences.
Hi, hello. I am Ms. Defan Gladys. I teach in Dewey International School of Applied Sciences, and I teach in preschool. I'm a teacher of the preschool.
Never have I ever made up a lesson plan on the spot. Yeah, I've never made a lesson plan on the spot because that's when it's requested. What I usually do is that my lesson plans are done for at least 3 months. So it's difficult to make it at the spot. It will be more stressful for myself than for the person reading.
Never have I ever made up a lesson plan on the spot. No, I always make my lesson plans. Thus, I do everything before I start teaching or before the beginning of the school year.
Lesson plans are always, they take time, so to make it on the spot it's a big deal. Not easy to make the lesson plans in the spot.
Never have I ever skipped school. Not really.
Yeah, I have. That was during my graduation.
I take permission when I need it. Never have I ever had to explain on an uncomfortable word to a kid. I have done that. Last academic year, we were doing reproduction here. We are not yet. That's third trimester work. We're doing reproduction. I told them that when they get married, they will have children. A child asked me that how did they get married? I had to explain, and then he was like, he's married to the mom, and why are they not having children with the mom? So it was really uncomfortable to me. It was really so difficult. I didn't know the right words to use, but I did my best to make him understand what he wanted to understand.
Yeah, not really, because I work with babies, so I'll not really have some kind of questions that I have to answer. And there are still babies too.
Yes, it happens sometimes when the children are discussing things like no buttocks, like they want to say buttocks, so we use the word bonbons, and just to soften, just to make that word soft, and then also terms, like where children come from, and stuff, how children are made. Sometimes they come up with those questions, and we try to, it's uncomfortable, but we try as much as possible to explain it in the way that they can understand. Of course, without exaggerating the facts and trying to tell the truth as clearly as it is.
Never have I ever had a favorite child in my class. At times, You see these children who are very hardworking, I can say gifted children. At times, you feel like you need to be more attached, let's say more attracted by the way they do things. But I don't think you have a favorite child, because at times this same child that you think is very gifted becomes very moody, that his work is not done the way you want him to do, and you're surprised as another person you were not expecting to do that work that way, as doing it that way. So the tendency the human tendency of having favorite children in a class, I can say at times varies. So I've never had one. Never have I ever cheated on a test. It's difficult to cheat on a test here because assessment is not done the way it's done at other levels. Yeah, I've never cheated. Never have I ever faked an illness to stay home from work. I have faked an illness to stay home from work. That was when I got married. That was 4 years ago. My permission was just for 2 days. I was feeling so tired after the wedding. I stayed the 3rd day home. I faked illness to stay home to have my 3rd day off, knowing that the day that was the following next Saturday, so I was going to have the weekend to rest before coming back home. Though Mr. Jam called me, because when he called me, he said, "My dear, you were expected in school today, but you're not yet there. It's already 9 a.m. I forgot that I had to pretend that I was ill. I told him that I was not feeling fine, but my voice was not really convincing that I was not feeling fine. He spoke to me later. The issue was being handled. Thank you. Bye.
Actually, I have asked for permission to stay away from school for reasons of ill health and other unforeseen hindrances, but I have never deliberately skipped school.
No. If I'm ill, I come home and if I'm sick, I come to school and I take permission to go home.
Never have I ever been asked out by a parent. And that is a fact because it's against our professional ethics to be asked out by the parents for any reason whatsoever. But sometimes you're invited on very parties and like. Never have I ever been a bully. I have been a bully. Once in a while, I do try to make it a habit, but I have been a bully, especially when I lose my patience, and I sometimes bully a child to complete an assignment when he doesn't want to, but I try not to make it a habit.
No, I don't think so.
Really, I'm not a bully. I feel for people, so I don't like bullying students.
Never have I ever talked to other teachers about the students. I do that when the occasion arises and it's going to be beneficial to the student. When we discuss about challenges that they will be facing and we seek solutions to those challenges, that is when we actually discuss about the students. That's when I talked to some about the students to other teachers.
Yeah, I have, because we have children that face challenges, so if you cannot really handle a situation, you have to call the next person to help you.
At times there are little funny things here that happens at the kinder level. When we have our little meetings, we share the fun together. Like
I sometimes talk to other teachers about the student depending on what took place or what has happened or what the students did.
Never have I ever fallen asleep in class. Well, I feel sleepy, but actually giving in to the urge to sleep, I have resisted it as much as I can. So I have actually felt sleepy in class, but I have resisted the urge to actually indulge into it and fall asleep in the course of the teaching session.
We are humans, we work a lot and get tired, so once in a while, you need to take a nap.
at times, to be sincere, when the children leave and then I'm alone preparing their books, at times I feel so tired that I find my eyes closing. But it's difficult to fall asleep when they are there because they're getting me so busy.
Never have I had a favorite student. Well, this is quite hard because I have had favorite students, especially those who complete their homework on time, those who follow instructions, those who make teaching easy for me. So they just automatically tend to be my favorite. But I try to treat every student fairly in class. I make sure that every student is given equal attention and is fairly treated. Although some are truly favorites.
Favorite student? Sure, I've never had a favorite student. Though at times I feel, let's say, more compassionate for children who have special needs, but I've never had a favorite child.
Not really. I can say I have favorite students. Depends on how the child is responding in class, the activity of the child. There's always a favorite student.
I don't think there's a teacher in this whole wide world that does not have a favorite student. But as I work with babies, there are some that at least you'll be very close to, but not really a favorite student. Because all of them are equal.
Never have I ever gone home with school property. Yes, that is true. I actually go home with school property when I have to continue school work at home. When I have to do that at home, I bring the property back. But actually staying home with the property, no. On the contrary, sometimes when I see the need, I rise to the challenge and purchase it. Okay, so yes, I've gone with property when it's to do school work, and of course I return the property. Things like paint, scissors, cardboard paper, and all this.
It is forbidden in our school. If you are caught, explain with the diagram. I have not done that.
I take school purposes like textbook at homes, even the students will prepare their work, because here at the foundation class, most of the work in the children's book they cannot yet write is written and pasted by the teacher. So to gain on time, I take the books home and even the textbook to do their work, get their work ready for the previous day. But I always bring the school purposes home.
Question is, never have I ever experienced a child say something inappropriate. sure I have experienced this all the time. The students use inappropriate language and immediately we correct them to alright, this is not the right way to say this. We rather say it this way or this other way. So this is a case which we experience on a daily basis. And we do our best to correct them and be a model by not using inappropriate language in front of the children or at all, not using it at all.
Not really. Except my babies, they just, their own type of way of speaking and constructing sentences is fun anyway.
I deal with children who range between the age of 3 to 4, so it's really difficult to have them say appropriate things. Most of the time they say inappropriate things, like you're maybe introducing flower arrangement to them, they are telling you about their shoe or about the food they had at home with their parents or about the game they did yesterday with you. So most of the times they always go off.
I've experienced it several times.
Alright. Next, never have I ever faked an illness to stay home from work. Actually, sometimes when I've always tried not to fake this. I've always tried to, but sometimes when one has something really urgent to do and there's no other excuse one can give, illness sometimes comes in as a ready excuse. But like I said, I don't try to make it a habit. I'm just being honest here. I don't try to make it a habit by faking illness. Actually, I hardly stay home from school. I always respect my work hours and my home hours and all of that. But when I'm faced with an unforeseen circumstance and there's no other ready excuse I can give, sometimes illness just comes as it's a way out.
I can say some time ago I had to fake an illness. I cannot say never have I ever, I have done it once or twice.
Okay, never have I ever had to stop kids doing something naughty. Actually, I do that all the time. I stop them from doing naughty things because sometimes those naughty things can be harmful to their mates and to the environment, like throwing paper on the floor. That's something naughty. The child has to pick it up, I have to stop him and ask him to pick it up, or I see him playing with something sharp like a sharp pencil and they are playing that can be harmful. So I do that all the time. Stop kids doing naughty things.
At times I have to stop them doing other things because at this level it's not usually obvious to have the children do what you want them to do. You find a child keeping the nostrils, then putting the same fingers that he has picked the nostrils with into his mouth. So what do? Just remind him his manners and ask him not to do that.
That is what I do. I have to stop them when they are not.
Yes. Never have I ever been called to the boss's office. I have been someone there not once, not twice. Like when I leave school before closing hours. And the next day I'm someone to give reasons why I didn't ask for permission for leaving. Or when something urgent is happening and the boss needs my attention, she's supposed to house. Thank you very much. Alright. Bye.
I've been called to the boss's office, but not for a bad reason. Once in a while, she might call for me to request for something or to maybe ask a clarification about my session plans, any other issue.
I've been called to the boss's office. Sometimes
normal, if you are working under somebody, she has to call to her office for one or two things.
Never have I ever had a favorite child in class. I think I always have favorite child in class. I think depending on the child's behavior, the child's comportment, how the child responds in class, they are always favorite children in class. Thank you.
Thank you for watching. See you in the next episode. Not really. I don't have a favorite child. Plus, thank you for watching. See you in the next episode.